Hey there guys, this is Jordan in the Know, and the Samsung Galaxy S5 has finally been announced, and I'm really excited for it because for about 4 months prior to the announcement, I've just been hearing Galaxy S5 rumors over and over and over again. I'm finally glad that it's actually out, and in this video I really just want to discuss what the Samsung Galaxy S5 actually is and what it brings to the table as Samsung's flagship device. So when you look at design and hardware, Samsung really didn't defray from the look of the Samsung Galaxy S4. It looks very similar to the Galaxy S4, and I think that they did that intentionally. Now, when you look at the screen has been increased to 5.1 inches, and in the inside, you're going to have a Snapdragon 800 quad-core, which is 2.5 gigahertz, but you still have the same 2 gigabytes of RAM. Back to the screen for a second, though. The screen has the same resolution as the old Samsung Galaxy, so you are going to have less of a PPI. But going back to design, when you look at the front of the phone actually has a fingerprint sensor built into the home button like we saw on the iPhone 5S. Also, looking around the sides of the phone, you do have this sort of metal finish around the sides, but I don't really think that it's metal. I think that it's sort of the plastic metal look-alike that Samsung uses on a lot of their devices. Around the sides you'll notice that all the buttons are the same in the same places, but at the bottom you'll notice that there's a little flap covering the USB port, and what that actually is to help it so that it stays waterproof, because this device is water and dust proof. So looking at the back of the phone, you are going to have this spotted back that looks a lot like the original Nexus 7, and alongside that, next to the LED flash, you have a heartbeat sensor where you place your finger on it and it'll detect your heartbeat. Moving on to software, this device has Android 4.4 KitKat, but other than that, it has very minute upgrades to the OS. So it is running Android's new version of TouchWiz, but they've added a few features, such as when you swipe to the left, on the Nexus launcher, well, the Nexus Experience launcher, you have Google Now. But Samsung has incorporated their own version of Google Now, which is Flipboard, and it serves basically the same purpose as Google Now. Moving on, there are advancements in S Health that sort of incorporate the use of the heartbeat sensor, so they pretty much combine the hardware and that software to sort of make a hub of all your sort of keeping track of your health. Alongside the Galaxy S5, though, there is also a Fitband release, which also detects your heartbeat, and it also serves as a multi-purpose band, so that it does detect your heartbeat, but it also tells you information sort of like it's actually has the same functions as a smartwatch, so it'll also tell you your notifications. So personally, I really like this device. I'm glad that there's more competition. I'm glad that there has been some internal upgrades, but other than those little internal upgrades, there hasn't really been much to see, basically. We haven't seen any of these great rumors that we've heard about for months where Samsung has a curved smartphone or a flexible smartphone. None of that exists, and it kind of makes me a little upset because I expected a lot more out of the event, and I really see the Samsung Galaxy S5 as sort of like the iPhone, where they upgrade from the 5 to the 5S, where it's a very minute upgrade that has a little bit of features but not actually enough to make me want to switch. And personally, everyone out there with the Galaxy S4 really shouldn't be jumping at this product too quickly. Like I said, there are very minute upgrades that you might not even use. Like the heartbeat sensor, I know a lot of people aren't even going to use, and when I had Flipboard on my Samsung Galaxy Note 3, I completely ignored it and never even used it. So I feel like the only thing that people might feel like they're missing is the fingerprint sensor, but then again, is it practical to upgrade to a fingerprint sensor even though that's the only thing that your phone is lacking? So it's really just an opinionated decision. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure that you give it a like and share it to your friends. Let them know, like, whoa, this is a Galaxy S5. Make sure you kind of, share it, take that initiative. So like I said, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.